Nicole is 22, was born in Honolulu and raised in Kentucky with her mom, dad, and sister. Her mother encouraged her to carry on certain traditions, and she, like Maile, is a hula dancer. She used to perform at school and with her mother at all sorts of shows. She soon began sports and studied hard. A self-confessed nerd, she even met the president because of her good work at school. She was at school when she began singing. She took her talents to a performing arts high school in Louisville and eventually Wright State University in Dayton, Ohio. However, she had to leave her studies when the opportunity arose to tour with the rock group Days of the New as a female backing vocalist. Here, she would taste real fame as the group opened for bands including the Foo Fighters and Bush. Ivette is 24 and was born and raised in Edison, New Jersey to Puerto Rican parents. Her family was always singing and dancing, and she began dancing at the age of 2 around her grandmother's glass table. She would refuse to stop, even after she had fallen and cut herself twice. However, her parents soon stepped in, got rid of the table, and put her into a dance class. Her passion for musical theater has never diminished since then. Her father, who was a theater teacher at her high school, supported her dream and taught her how to present herself as an actress. She achieved a BFA in dance at Marymount Manhattan College, where she spent her summers performing in regional theater productions of Fiddler on the Roof, Godspell, Funny Girl, and many others. She also co-wrote and starred in 2 cabaret shows in New York City. Her talents have recently taken her abroad, including a performing of West Side Story in the famous La Scala Opera House in Milan. Rosanna is 24 and was born in New York, but raised in Miami, Florida. Her parents are from the Dominican Republic and raised Rosanna and her brother in an atmosphere of music. Her brother is now a successful jazz drummer, and Rosanna has always dreamt of fame. She could dance before she could walk, and was once found by her mother at the age of 3 imitating a television version of the Nutcracker Ballet. A year later, she proved that she could sing as well, when once she sang along as she listened to a performance of Annie on the family stereo through the headphones. When she finished, she turned around and was facing her entire family. She would perform in front of them again, this time as a pop icon. She studied first at the New World School of the Arts High School in Miami, then at Ohio State University, where most were concentrating on dance. She felt that she had more to give and began classical vocal lessons. It was then that the call went out for auditions.
Gosh, it'd have to be, I know this sounds really cheesy, it'd have to be my parents. No, because they were the ones who were always pushing for me to be a singer. And for a while, I sort of went off and did a lot of dance. But they'd always encourage me to sing. So when this happened, they were really happy. So I have to say they were the major force behind this happening.
I'd have to say definitely my family. They've just always been so supportive in everything that I've done. And they've never, sometimes when kids are like, they take an interest in acting or singing and dancing and stuff, and it's okay for kids to start that out when they're younger, but when they start to pursue it as a career and stuff, parents are sort of like, you sure you want to do this? It doesn't make the best pay. I mean, it's not always successful. It's really hard. But my parents have always they've believed in me more than I believed in myself most of the time, and so I'd have to say my family, too.
I always talk about the dream that I've always had, of one day doing this. But when you're actually given that opportunity and you're actually fulfilling the dream that you've always had, it's kind of like, wow, this is really happening, So I just take things a day at a time, and I welcome it with open arms, and I just try not to expect anything and enjoy the ride. So everything has changed, bottom line, for the good.
Yeah.
I don't think that I don't have any guilty pleasures, I don't think. Well, I remember one person printed up that Lionel Richie was somebody that was a guilty pleasure of mine, which he's not, because I'm very proud of his music and I love his music. But I loved Debbie Gibson and Tiffany when I was young, and I loved everybody.
I listen to dance records, jazzercise.
Like the aerobics one. I swear to God, I play them at parties and I just crack up with my friends. Yes, I do. And the tap records where the guy's like, and tap, 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 tap. Now for lap, for lap. Oh my God! I used to do, and then disco tap. my friend and I have collected several of those. They're really funny.
I can't believe
And
that.
jazzercise.
That's awesome.
With like the poster of like the positions and stuff.
Yeah.
And she's like, and bend over. Yeah, I don't think we can top that. I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Everybody's like,
I want that one.
No one can touch
I mean,
Disco Tap.
yeah.
Disco Tap right up there.
Yeah, I mean, I have stuff that like people are like, you're kidding when they're like your favorite album. I like soundtracks, so like Runaway Bride. I like the one Runaway Bride.
Don't even play around with
I'm not actually. Anna laughed so hard when I said it. She was like, "What CD do you have in your CD collection right now?" And I'm like, Runaway Bride. And Anna was like,
Julia Roberts.
Oh, this isn't bad. I think they're in there. I sometimes they're really good.
You choose on it, Sean Calvin. That's a good one. See?
That's a good one.
Flashdance is the bomb.
Yeah.
Flashdance Footloose.
Oh, that's awesome.
Paula Abdul.
Oh, yeah. But with the cat. But then
She's got all the reps right. He's a little story. It's sort of like a slip and slide and a play cool with my homegirl.
Oh my God, she's my best friend.
I'm from Long Beach, California, and it was really funny because I grew up singing my whole life, and my father's a musician, so I grew up in a very musical family, and went to a theater high school and did all that whole thing. And when I got this job, as Rosanna said, I didn't have to really move. But it's really funny because I got this job, and same thing as her, I had to move in like 2 days from my apartment in Los Angeles to a house in Los Angeles. So it was really funny because I was taken out of one environment and moved to another. And it was complete like turnaround for me. You know, my life completely did a 360, and I was acting and modeling and waiting tables at night, trying to pay my student loans back and all that. And now I'm fulfilling the dream that I've always wanted, which is recording an album with great producers and with 4 great women. So I feel very fortunate, and I'm excited to see where it takes us, definitely.
Where is your favorite place when you're not busy working?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Amusement parks.
The first thing that I think of is the ocean. I love the ocean. It is just my place to escape and just to breathe and relax and just let everything go. So I have a very beautiful, strong connection with the ocean. So.
The place, this is Ivette speaking, the place I like to go when I'm not working, if I can, is to spend it with my family. I love my family so much, and right now our schedule has been so crazy that I haven't been able to spend time with them like I used to. So anytime that I get a free chance, it would be with my family and the people that I love.
This is Maile. I was just going to say that I'm going to see them on Monday, I think, for dinner for my sister's birthday. And I'm so fortunate to be so close to them. So that's what I do with all my free time, spend it with my loved ones, my family.
This is Ana Maria. Same here. Any free time, I'm at home. At home with my family.
Yeah, I guess my favorite place would be with my friends in Columbus and in New York, and with my family. It's both of those things right there.
Okay, yeah, this is Nicole speaking. My family, too, of course.